This E3 update is brought to you by Netflix. Hey, what's up guys? Max and Tara here for Rev3 Games, and we just finished watching one of the biggest press conferences. Well, they're all pretty big. It's the EA one.
Yeah.
Electronic Arts showed off 11 games, 11 new games.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised actually that the first thing they showed off was the new Plants vs. Zombies game, Garden Warfare.
I was more surprised that they made a shooter out of Plants vs. Zombies.
I know, classic EA. I have to say though, despite that, it actually looks really fun and cute, and I'm kind of excited for it.
Yeah.
They showed off the 4-player co-op survival mode, I guess. What I find interesting is that they announced it for the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One, but no mention of PS4 anywhere.
What do you know?
That's and then right after that, they announced Peggle 2, but it was like literally 5 seconds, and then the dude just ran off stage.
Getting the casual attention there.
Yeah.
Then of course there was Titanfall, which was kind of weird because we just saw that in the Xbox conference, and then they went right into it, and they showed off more of the same mechs and robots. It was much more of kind of a developer diary type of video.
Yeah, they were like, we want to make it fun and relatable, which is like, okay. Doesn't everybody want to make their game like that? But they talked more about like incorporating single-player moments into the multiplayer game and how to make it, you know, relatable, I guess.
They said they wanted it to be like a living, breathing world, and really for people to feel like they're a part of it. So a lot of PR speak, you know, as usual.
And then after that, something you were probably very excited about, Star Wars Battlefront.
That really all of us were kind of expecting since EA, you know, got the rights to Star Wars, then announced that they were opening an EA or a DICE studio in America to make a Star Wars game. So it's kind of obvious, but we see a little bit of the Battle of Hoth. There's a snow speeder. The
Frostbite 3, man.
Yeah,
it looks gorgeous.
I mean, yeah, it's a teaser. That's probably a long way off. So
yeah. And then, of course, Need for Speed Rivals, which is, I guess the rivals there are cops and racers. What's interesting about that is that they introduced this new thing called All Drive, which is basically a blend of single-player and multiplayer. So if you're playing a single-player race, your friends can just sort of drop in, and then it'll turn into a multiplayer race at any point in time. So that's pretty cool for people who like racing games.
And then people playing on Smart Glass can drop in with and put like a helicopter in.
Yeah, it looked like it might be a playable helicopter actually, which would be amazing, but I wouldn't hold my breath for that.
Oh, and then of course there's the Need for Speed movie with Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad, who's very familiar with needing speed. Next,
we can't forget that one. Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah.
A lot of people are excited about Morgan returning in this one. They really harped on the whole true open world thing and how your choices will actually matter this time around. And then when did they say that one was launching? I believe it was
2014.
Yeah.
That's a ways off. So
I'm going to pick that up.
Okay.
And then they said it was launching surprisingly a little bit later than I would have expected, in fall 2014.
That's next year.
Yeah, definitely not a launch title. And then they sort of went from there right into the sports games.
Hey, you like dragons? You like fantasy? You like immersion? Well, guess what? Sports.
What I found funny about this is that they seem to invent a lot of words for a lot of the new technology that they're developing.
True player motion. And finally, living worlds.
From that point on in the conference, they said that everything was going to be running on either Frostbite 3 or the Ignite engine. It looks like all their sports games are running on Ignite. So there's going to be things like improved ball handling and super realistic face punching in UFC and really precise footwork.
There's bounce tech for the new basketball game, which is when you're bouncing, the ball has its own set of physics. It's not just attached to your hand. Now the bouncing is part of the tech.
Oh yeah.
I hope that they use that tech in other games. Other franchises.
I hope so too.
Non-basketball franchises. Yes. Drake came on the stage to talk about how much he loves FIFA.
I'm just one fan who loves FIFA.
Yeah.
So there's that.
That was really actually pretty much all they said about FIFA.
Yeah.
They did say that, I don't know if they said it or if it came out afterwards, but I do know that Madden 25 NFL is going to be a launch title for PS4 and Xbox One. So if you like sports, that's probably exciting for you. They pretty much jumped straight from EA Sports into Battlefield 4 multiplayer.
Which, I gotta say, this is the first time Battlefield 4 has really wowed me, because everything they've shown up until now has been pretty much just like par for the course, but prettier.
Here they were talking about this thing called Levolution. So they actually had 64 people on stage playing a multiplayer match.
It looked like a choir.
It was really cool. Everything seems super destructible. You can literally like demolish a skyscraper if you want to.
The part that wowed me was they're sort of in like a parking garage, and they see there's a tank outside, so they had a guy run over and take out the struts of the parking garage. The tank just got stuck in a hole in the ground. So a lot of destruction of the a constantly changing battlefield, which is cool. And then they blew up a skyscraper, which
And then, of course, they saved the very best for last. This is something that I was so hoping to see at this press conference. Mirror's Edge 2. We got maybe like a 15, 20-second little gameplay snippet. But Faith is back, and they said it was going to be coming when it's ready. So probably 2014 and beyond, maybe. But they did say it would be coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC. I'm so excited for this. That was probably, without a doubt, my most exciting game that they showed off.
No,
Also, weirdly excited for Garden Warfare.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
What
Yeah,
about you?
I'm skeptically excited for Titanfall just because I like robots and jetpacks, and obviously Battlefront, which is Star Wars, and DICE is doing it, so it would be cool.
Mirror's Edge
But yeah, you guys should let us know what you think in the comments. We're going to try and hop in when we get a free minute and argue with you, or just have a pleasant debate. But it's E3, guys. Stay tuned right here. We're going to have tons more videos.
If you watch a lot of television, then you've got to check out Netflix. It's got all your favorite TV shows and movies streamed right to your home for a fraction of the cost of a cable bill. There's even stuff you'll only be able to watch on Netflix, like the latest season of Arrested Development. Every sign up helps support our E3 coverage, so visit netflix.com/revision3 for your free trial.